Cool. So I'll run it like we did last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. The count of three. 1, 2, and 3. Rolling. Hey, what's going on? It's Rich over here with Nexon, powered by Rich Cleans It, and
Mark, Nexon, detail and customizing.
so I hope everybody's been having a great week. This is, I think we actually skipped a week, right? We skipped a week doing the podcast. I think it was just more of a busy week, and every time that we thought about doing it, it was already time to go, and it was late in the day, or we had something going on, or I had something going on later, or we had details going on later in the day. So it's just been jam packed, which is
silver linings. We're busy.
We're busy. Yeah, we're busy. We need to be busy. You need to be busy. Yeah, for sure. The wheels don't turn unless there's some gas burning it. So we needed the gas for sure. So, but yeah, no, so 2026 has been a good start. We had that first podcast. It got a little bit of buzz, which is kind of cool. I had a lot of friends and family asking me about it, which is kind of cool. My wife watched it, and then my aunt asked for it, and my mom asked for it, which is kind of nice. Did you add people?
Absolutely. I got my mom, who never pays attention to social media. She saw it. She goes, "I didn't know you were doing a TV show." I'm like, "Yeah, well, kind of, yeah." My wife saw it and she goes, "Man, you got a great voice and you look great on camera. You should have done that long time ago." Like, yeah, that's what Rich said. I should have done this a long time ago. Well, better late than never. I can still hear, still talk, still see. I'm good. So we're good. Yeah, a lot of positive feedback.
Cool. I mean, it'll build. I mean, that's the idea, right? Like you put one out, then the second video, and the third video, and then it's just kind of grows, and you get that community of people who really want to watch you, and that's what we're after. Is just people who are like-minded as us and like to hear things that we think about and all that kind of stuff. And as I mentioned before, I don't think that every podcast is going to be the this is what we did today. I put a blog out that for every day anyway, so I don't think it needs to be this is our daily thing. More
of a weekly caption,
yeah.
like snapshot of what we did, what we accomplished.
But even just
goals,
where
we're going,
goals in life. I go to church. I've been going to more church than I've gone before. So sometimes I hear some really cool stuff, and him and I bounce things off each other. So I think, it's just different stuff. We do have some other business owners, like this guy that we use. His name is Bowtie. He's part of the company, and it'd be good to get him on the podcast, and you can hear kind of his testimonial and what he comes from, what he does. So I think it's my ultimate goal with the podcast was to just build a community of people, and then just have a setting that everybody looks forward to on Tuesdays, and just have a group of people that are just ready to come on here and talk, and we can kind of learn and grow. So
before we get too much farther, quick shout out to Hill Showstoppers. Has been an invaluable asset to our company, and he just keeps bringing more stuff and keeps helping us out more and more. And so we pretty much switched over all the other stuff and combined and consolidated everything to Showstopper. So thank you, Hill.
Absolutely. Hill's been a really good friend. When I first started detailing, I went and bought, I think, all the stuff that everybody else does. I kind of went and just bought a McGuire bottle of McGuire's and Suz Labs, and I bought everything. Then I went to 3D, and then I bought a bunch of their stuff, and then just wherever I went really that just had stuff, I would go buy. And I was looking for spot-free water when I first started, and I just came across Showstoppers. I tried a few other water places; they were okay. But when I tried his water, it was amazing. And I tried one product at a time, and he ended up being a really good person, and ended up being a really good friend, and he's now a good friend, and we tie the business in together very well. So
now he's making us a personal line of Nexon products, which we're launching in our store already. So we got
good stuff.
What you see here is,
and we carry this at the shop. So if you are watching this and you're in San Diego area and whatever it may be, again, you can stop in here. We can sell you a bottle, or we can ship the stuff out. I mean, Hill's got it out nationwide, so really cool, really cool.
And we're working on a like a Shopify kind of thing.
Yeah. Seth. Seth
started his own online store selling all.
Yeah. So actually, we have a detail manager. Seth is a younger guy. So he's real savvy when it comes to phones and technology and selling all that stuff. And so he went on and has the idea to put it on some TikTok shops. So if you're cruising around TikTok, look for a wheel acid that he has, he named it WRX. Was it WL no WDX
Yeah,
wheel decontaminant?
yeah,
It's a great product. We use it here on a daily basis as far as either mobile or in the house for details, and just great product. So we got that stuff out there as well. So just a lot of different avenues and markets. I mean,
yeah,
2026 has really started off pretty quick for us.
yeah.
It's the 20th of the month, but I mean, it feels like we've already halfway through the year with as much progress as we made. So
We've added a lot of things since the last time we talked. Yeah,
yeah,
we added mobile detailing, landed a couple of dealerships, mobile tint. Yeah, so it's like if you blink too long, we added stuff.
yeah, that's the goal, though. You're supposed to be, you got to be open to trying new things and not always going down the same avenue that you always go down. And I think that's something that I feel, not to toot my own horn, but I do very well. Is I'm okay with just trying some shit out, really, and just
The
seeing.
Nexon
Yeah.
brand is say yes and figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. Although on your car, we didn't figure it out. We've already
We
figured it
already
out
figured
before
it
we
out.
worked on your car. But yeah, no, that's really been the thing. We could definitely be pigeonholed into a tint
Tint
and
shop.
detail shop, and just have that tint and detail shop. But I don't think that that's how. I think it just lasts as long as the other tint and detail shops have lasted, which a lot of these guys don't last very long. Especially when you have a brick and mortar. All the overhead and employees and all that stuff that comes out of it. It's a lot to cover. So you got to be more of a how you say dynamic when
More
it comes to
dynamic, yeah.
in what you're doing. So with us, we wanted to make sure that not only do we have the passion to customize things, because all of our cars have some kind of customization to it, is that it'd be nice to just not only do tint and detail but also customize cars. So I mean, I like stars in the headliner, and I like changing headlights and changing rims and putting body kits and just doing all types of just little unique things to make your car your own. And that's what we like to do. So why not offer that kind of service to people that would enjoy it as well.
The
So
last team meeting we had, we talked about we're not a tint shop. We changed our mantra and changed our mindset. We're not a tint shop. We're a full service customization shop. Tint being part of it, ceramic coating, but part of it. But don't put yourself in that little cup of like, we're a tint shop. Yeah, but we're a customization shop that does tint.
true. Yeah,
Tint pays the
absolutely is.
bills, but everything else helps a lot.
So as Mark touched, we picked up a dealership, which is a major dealership here in San Diego, and we are there for tint and details. So we've already within the second day of signing up with them, we had 5 cars lined up for us, which is amazing. And then we're on call for however many cars that they're going to do. As you know, I don't know if you know the car industry, but car industry is about to pick up, just like most things in this town. Really, the season's coming for everybody to start spending some money and doing that kind of stuff. So we'll see a lot of cars coming out of that dealer, and then I also have a couple other people that I'm working on to get us in there as tint. So we want to preload cars. So new cars, we'll get them all tinted out and put the warranty and all that stuff that we do on them. And then used cars, if they sell it, our service department sells it. So we're working on that as much as humanly possible. So a lot of cool things coming with that. Obviously, this podcast is something that's going to be a weekly thing. We're making the effort to make sure that this is going to happen every week. So that's another thing that we're doing, just another avenue to have out there, and another way to reach more people and get some exposure as far as Nexon. And we got another car show coming, so we're going to be doing this thing every quarter. So I would say March-ish, March is probably pretty good. I think it'll get like right in between the rain. The rain should pass, and then we should be good. But March World, we'll have another car show. One of the donut shops out here in the area, Mary's Donuts, was part of our car show here at the area, and they might extend a bigger parking lot for us. So I mean, I think that we can fill it up. So pretty exciting to get that thing
Yeah,
going.
the allies we made during our first car show and the support from the vendors, it's been amazing. And they continue to reach out and like, hey, when's the next one? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are we going to do? So like, obviously they're asking us to do it again. So
Very cool.
we should do that.
Very cool. And then again, like I said, these podcasts are not just going to be Mark and I talking back and forth. We will get some music going and some other stuff here as well, just to have some of this be a little bit more lively. And then also any ideas or anything that you guys want to hear about. I also think, no, not think, but I know that we'll do some polishing and we'll show
Right.
some
Well,
demos and just little things like that. On top of having other people come here and talk about what they do and how they work with us and how we work with them, and what part of the community that they're part of. So I think it's just going to be a pretty good setup once we get this thing rolling.
I did my
Anything?
first 17-year-old polishing. I taught someone, a 17-year-old, how to polish a brand new 26, brand new car to put ceramic coating on. So now apparently we're doing classes now. Unbeknownst to me, I had to watch social media to find out that I'm giving classes.
He's officially our teacher.
I'm
Yes.
a teacher.
Mhm.
I'm an instructor on how to polish and do ceramic coating, scratch repair. We'll graduate into lots of different things, but we'll start slow.
Yeah.
Start with a pony and then go add up to a racehorse, but right now, polishing.
I feel that I'm very good at recognizing talent and utilizing talent for where it's at. And so Mark is a very good teacher, and he has the ability of not only, that's not necessarily the ability. It's but obviously he has the ability, but more so is he's got all the knowledge and the experience in this, and then he can also translate that in such a way that it's easy for you to remember and go about and do, right? So like I learned a lot from him from polishing. My daughter was who he was talking about. Kehlani went on there and did a polish the hood in the car, her vehicle, her that car that she's got. So that was kind of cool. And then she actually put a ceramic coating on it. That's again a great product that she put on there. Again, just another cool thing to see coming out of here. But that when I see things like that, and I'm just seeing like, oh, that's nice. It's like a great thing to see my daughter do a car. Like I think like, okay, that's advantageous. We can do something with this. If my daughter has the ability of doing it, not that she can't, but if she can do it, then why wouldn't we be able to teach other people who are trying to get
enthusiasts?
Kids? Yeah, kids.
First car, want to make it shinier.
Yeah,
that's how I got started. My first car was in 17 years old. I wanted to make it faster, louder, and shinier. And here I am, 62 years old now, still doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I mean, and I had somebody just reach out to me and ask me to get their son a part-time job. So the reality of it is this is a skill that you can learn that can definitely.
The service industry will never die.
It's true.
Dentists, doctors, attorneys need
plumbers.
Us.
Yeah.
They need us. I don't try to plumb. They don't try to shine their cars.
pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. So, like I said, it was just a lot of cool stuff. So, what else do we have going on in the shop? I definitely I made some like little adjustments here and there. I guess I'm always tweaking the place. It took a lot for me to get this place to where when I walked in, it felt like a home. I felt when I first came in, I was living in someone else's shoes, and it wasn't a bad thing. Not that they're horrible shoes. It's just for me,
they weren't yours.
Yeah, they weren't mine. And for me, the way that I operate, the way that I think, and when I see things, it's just the way the fluidity is. That's how I'm able to. At least I believe that's how I'm able to think of new ideas and come up with some stuff, and that works pretty well so far. And so, it took a lot for me to tweak this place to get it so that I knew that it looked like my place. And so I think we're there. We're adding some new lights. We just put some new lights on the tint shop, and we're getting busier and busier and busier. And we had a lot of shadows and a lot of like stuff over there. That
now it looks like a stadium.
Yeah,
in there.
it's so bright. Yeah, like and it's like such a difference because we have two bays there. One bay is set up right now with all the lights, and it's just like full boogie bright. And then the other bay has the old setup, and it's just like dark over there. It's like night and day.
And we didn't know the difference till we put the lights up. Then you're like,
crazy.
Why did we work over there on that side?
Yeah. I mean, even here, when you come here, having these lights above and from the side, it makes a huge difference when you're detailing because you open a door, you can see inside, you can see down in certain crevices and stuff, So it's a big difference. And when you're tinting, you don't want any shadows, If you can't tell in certain sections if you're leaving bubbles or anything within the tint if it's dark inside. So it's a big improvement. Then we went through and pressure washed a bunch of the floor just to kind of get this thing looking clean for 2026. We're making some adjustments to our spotless system. We use a CR spotless system right now, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's kind of the way to go for making water in here. And we use spot-free water. We only want the best water. Really.
Shout out to CR Spotless on Coogan, just a couple blocks from here.
Right over in the area. Yeah, maybe we can have them on. They can kind of explain what they do. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get them on and they can explain what they do. They have these systems for your home too, so it's not just for cars. Really, most of these systems that we use are like just for portable systems for the house or for an office. So it's a really good way to get spot-free water. But so we got we're trying a new technique to see if we can make it work for us. And then other than that, I mean, it's just forward progress. We got a special going on for spring, if you guys are spring cleaning, we're going to put an offer out there so that we can get you guys a good deal, get your cars tinted and detailed, or just detailed, or whatever it may be. Maybe a ceramic combing for the year starts, that kind of stuff. So we'll have a lot of new things coming out on our side. So
Yep. And we're still marching forward on our Peel Clear, doing Peel Clear and becoming a ambassador sponsor, I guess, ambassador company
yeah.
for Peel Clear. It's the new up and coming wave of PPF. PPF will be dead in a couple of years, and this will be the new way to pick a color of like what used to be called clear bra, but you can pick any color you want, and we can localize it to any part of the car you want. It's really cool. And it comes out the same exact, if not thicker, better than. And if you want, 3 months later, you can peel it off, no harm to your paint, and change the color. It's amazing.
Yeah, usually the big difference. Well, there's a lot of differences really with Peel Clear. Peel Clear is it's going to be a great addition to us. Is with Peel Clear, even though when you apply it, it gives you that almost like orange peely look, which vinyl gives you. If you want to use like just like a matte vinyl, or use like just regular old vinyl, it gives you this like kind of like peel, like a orange peely look. It's not like a smooth shine. But the difference between Peel Clear is you can actually polish this out to get a deep shine in it and take all of that roughness away, which is unique because on vinyl, obviously you can't polish vinyl, right? You don't hit it with polishing wheels or any compound or anything like that. So
can't sand vinyl.
Yeah, you can't sand vinyl. And this stuff, you get any correction or scratch or whatever it is, you can go across and actually get it dialed in. So I think that's pretty cool.
And there's those purists who want the orange peel, and then there's those people, enthusiasts, who want glass finish, but we can do both.
Either whatever it is, yeah. It's so very, very, very.
We'll have more videos
universal.
and more instructional things as things progress on that front.
For sure. What else you got?
How's life going? Fun. Life is good. We all had a boys' day out the other day. We went fishing, just hung out at the lake and inhaled some clean air. It's a good bonding thing for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
To me, fishing is not about catching. It's about the experience in the outdoors. Some people want to catch fish every time. I'm just like out there to breathe in clean air.
The hell, yeah, of course. You go out there. You get up early. You go all the way out there.
You invest the time. You get up.
You're getting your
on
hands
your day
in
off.
dirt and worms and chicken liver and mackerel. Your hands are gonna smell for 3 days. You might as well catch a damn fish. You could fry it up and cut it and eat it. Like something for the fruits of your labor. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like I like a little bit of fruit. That's all I'm asking for. But but it was cool. It was cool to hang out. This is the second Monday in a row. I think we're gonna make it a ritual. We just both got our year license here in California, so I'm gonna be out there fishing probably every Monday. I think I need a day off. I realize
separates you from.
Yes, it allows you to reset and come in fresh the next day without. It's just
we saw cranes and swans and
beautiful
fish and birds and all kinds of cool wildlife. So
it's good. It's good.
Good reset. And
not everything is always rainbows and roses. We just had to let a guy go today. That's part of business. It's not all. Again, it's not always just glitter and glam. We had a tinter that was here when I took over the place. He was here already, so he was here for a little bit, and decent guy. But there is a vision that we have for the shop, and it just was not fitting with that vision. So we had to make an adjustment. We brought somebody on who is Adam. He's bow tie. We call him bow tie because that's what his company is. And he's a good dude, and he seems like he's going to be the right fit for us moving forward here with the growth and the things that we have going on with the store. So, but again, not everything is.
It's not always fun to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's not always. Again, it's money. You just walk in the door, or the people are just shoving money in your pocket and telling you, high-fiving you, telling you're doing great, and like it definitely is not always like that. There's a lot of things that go on, a lot of different avenues that you got to be able to kind of roll with and not let them get you to a point where you can't think and process and continue to make money and continue to be prosperous within the business. You have to really be able to roll with the punches, so to say.
Yeah.
So
it's never anything personal, generally. For me, it always reverts back to business, solely business. How do you fit in? Do you fit in? Are you a good match for everybody else? It's a lot to be thought about. And if you're not a good match for the rest of the personalities there, that's always hard. Because they could be doing their job, but they're just not a good match for the rest of the espouse the rest of the way that we think, the way that the rest of us act, do, be. Nothing personal, just it is
And
what it is.
and again, in this industry, and as you say it all the time, it's a result-based business,
Results-based business.
right?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's really is if you're always writing at a high level, great. You know, a lot of times you can overlook other things, but if you're not writing at that level, the other things that go on they're more out there. You know, you see them, and
it's like a reverse avalanche. It's like there's a good avalanche and a bad avalanche. You know, there's a calm before the storm, and then there's also like little things turn into big things, turn into sores, festers. You know, like blisters turn into bad things, and after a while, it's just toxic, and it's hard to continue to perform at a high level when there's one member that's not down with your way of thinking.
So,
for lack of a better way.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's something that, and who knows how many times that we're going to experience that. You know, as growth comes, we're going to be hiring more people. You know, and not everybody is going to fit into what we needed to fit in, even though that we think they will when we first hire them. It's just part of the gig. It's the more you grow, the more people you have. You know, people are going to move on for their better parts. You know, they're going to go on and move on to something that they have wanted, either school or jobs or careers. And then there's going to be people that we're going to just have to let go because maybe they just don't work. And hopefully that's not a lot, but you know, again, the bigger the company gets, the more people we have. It's just going to be part of the gig. So. I think that we handle things very well. I don't blow up and get scream or anything like that. And Mark's cool as a cucumber, so to say. So yeah, I think that we handled that situation well today. But yeah, not always a glitz and glam. There's always there is a lot of things and a lot of facets as a business owner that you have to deal with. So yeah.
Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart.
Not for the weak.
Not for the weak. You almost got to have like zero emotions, even though you need to have emotions. Sometimes you just got to suck it up, turn them off, go through the door, do what you got to do.
Business is business, yeah.
Business is business. Yeah. But me and Rich are getting to the point where we finish each other's sentences, and then when there's something need to be said, I can just look at him with a look, and he looks at me with a look. We're like, we got it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even have to talk.
Which is good because, you know, if there's a situation that comes up with an employee, you know, and we're both pretty much dialed in to things that are going on. So a lot of times he'll just see me pop my head around like, you know, pop my eyes out like, you know, that's not, you know. And so it's good. It's good to have that kind of camaraderie and friendship and
work
and everything. Yeah, for
it
sure.
Translated from our friendship to like we know what we're talking about when we're talking to each other. We don't have to say the whole thing. We get it. We know.
Pretty much the gig. So yeah. I mean, what else you got? You got anything else?
Things are just moving faster than the speed of light. Sometimes I feel like I turn around and new things are happening. New people are coming. New cars are coming. New customers. That's the thing I've noticed lately. There's a lot of new customers. Like we had a lot of steady 1, 2, 3 generation people, 4 or 5 car deep generation, you know, whatever. But now it seems like I don't know these people, like new people, and I'm excited because now we're buying more tint, more everything, more. I mean, that's the goal: is the more tint you got to buy, obviously, the more you're
people
using.
You're tinting.
Yeah, the more people we're tinting, the more wax we got to buy, the more towels we buy, the more cars we're detailing, the more soap we're buying, the more cars we're washing. So it's like every time we turn around, new customers, new adventures, new people, new opportunities to make friends. I don't call them clients; I call them friends.
Friends, yeah. Treat them like a friends in your home.
And yeah, and then we'll come back, and then we got like lately like 5 or 6 in the last few days, 5-star reviews. Like it just is really beyond my wildest dreams. I really never have been involved in something this omnipresent, for lack of a better term, just like all over, changes daily. But it's great. I love it. I love the speed and that thing. It's like never a dull or boring moment here. That's for sure.
That's good. Yeah, that's good because that's usually how my life is. I feel like there's always something going on. There's always something going on. I woke up this morning to Rosie's stomach upset, and then you know her not feeling that great, and then one thing, and then another thing, and then another thing. And I was like, okay, you know. And then it just keep pushing and smiling, and keep pushing and smiling, and say a couple prayers, and then and before you know it, it's 4 o'clock, and you know everything was okay. You know, you're still alive, and
made it through another day.
Yeah, you're gonna go home to your family and go get some food and relax, and you know and be lucky enough to do it again tomorrow. So.
And thank God that you did the best you could, and ask him for another day to do better tomorrow.
For sure. For sure. So, well, I think I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had
So,
fun today.
yeah. So let's say, so next week we're gonna get together and figure out a topic to go
Yeah.
on.
And you know what? Instagram us, text us, whatever. Drop us a line. Give us some hints. What do you want to see? What do you want to do?
What do you
What do you
want
want
to
to
hear
know?
about?
What do you
Yeah.
want to hear about?
You want to talk? Do you want us to
Talk
talk
about
more
my
personal?
dog, my
Yeah.
cats.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
My goldfish, my koi pond. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
Well,
don't forget to visit us. We're on Instagram, so it's Nexon Detail Wrap Tint Detail on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok, and obviously now YouTube. So
should we do
there-
swag? Should we do like sweatshirts with,
hats with the
hats,
thing. Yeah.
whatever? Let us know. First person who comments, I'll make you one and send it to you.
There you go. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Well, again, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this is Rich over here with
Thank
Nexon.
you.
Do appreciate you guys, and
Oh, don't ever forget to get your shine on. Go to Nexon.
go to Nexon. Peace out, guys.